Okay, could you please state your name and your role in the garden?
All right, my name's Lynch. I've been a student here at Lynch Community College for 2.5 years, and in the spring of 2006, I was inspired by hearing about some other gardens going on at other colleges, and went to a workshop with the sustainability coordinator and the food services manager up in Portland, and found out about some school gardens going on up in the Portland area, and thought it would be a good idea to kind of get one going here at Lane, since we have so much land here available adjacent to the campus buildings, and found out that there was already kind of that motion underway, and that it actually had been attempted in the past a couple times, and so I felt confident that we could kind of make a positive go of it. And it's taken a couple, year and a half to get where we are here, but with the dedication of a lot of students right up to this point, we're proving ourselves successful, and we're able to deliver produce grown organically by the students to the cafeteria to be eaten by the other students. So.
Wow, it's only been a year and a half since you rekindled it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep, spring 2006.
So just in that short period of time, have you seen it grow a lot?
Definitely. The first section that we started was just these 3 beds right here, and that was with myself and 2 other people, and over that subsequent summer, I ended up being the only one putting in any time to make it happen, and so it was a serious question as to whether or not it could continue on successfully. And so I approached some of the students that I was in the energy management program with, thinking that, since we were already kind of thinking in kind of the roles of sustainability for our educational program, that we could kind of make the garden kind of be tangent to that, and devote our energy here and save energy that the school might spend on energy to get food to the campus by growing it right here.
Oh, great.
And so I came up, it's inspired by other projects, but the idea is to have this be a learning garden, so that students learn about the benefits of local food production, about being a part of their community, and how they can take personal action and be involved in sustainability movements right here without having to go anywhere else. They're already here most of the day, so it's like just walk down to the garden and be a part of it.
Sure. So you mentioned the food goes to the cafeteria here at Lane. Are there any other places that the food goes to off campus?
We have made deliveries to the Food for Lane County food bank. That happened over the summer when there really wasn't much of a student population here. And actually the main reason that happened is because the food service staff that we would normally provide the produce to was kind of at a skeleton crew. They have their smallest amount of students here working. So they just didn't have the person power to kind of prep extra fresh produce that was being delivered out on kind of a random schedule. And so our next option was to pick the produce here and hand deliver it to the Food for Lane County food bank.
I see. So what were the projects that everybody's working on today?
Today we did a little bit of cleanup, did some weeding on some of the beds. We've got a fall-winter garden going here that we started in late August. We also started production on some new beds. We're expanding again. Like I said before, we started out with 3 little beds here. In the next by the next spring, so spring of 2007, we moved over to this to like another 4 beds, probably about a 30 by 40 space, and then in late spring we expanded again to whereas now we have about probably like a 65 by 30 foot fenced in area.
Wow.
Mainly to keep the deer out is our big issue. We live at the kind of the edge of a wildlife zone, and so the deer are pretty prevalent here, and they made their presence known the first attempt at having a garden. So,
sure.
it's kind of makeshift as you can see, but that's because all the materials are donated, and the
Oh, wow.
whole
Yeah.
garden is based on donated labor and supplies. And so it's a kind of a testament to the people in the community getting together and making it happen.
Great. Do you have another work party scheduled?
That's a good question. I don't think we have one scheduled right at this moment. If we do, we haven't really discussed it to have a date and a time yet, but we are trying to have regular work parties. The idea is to have constant projects available to students so they can kind of keep building their knowledge of gardening as the seasons progress, kind of see what's going on in each season and how that relates to the food that's available right now. One of the ideas for the education is to kind of begin to reclaim that kind of living in a local environment, you know, where you eat the food that's in season around you and you have a hand in its production.
Sure. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Brendan.
Right. Thank you.